I'm Dave.
I'm Justin.
Two dicks, one couch.
Dude, I wonder if the people watching this right now can tell that I'm looking at them dead in the eye through the camera lens.
Now we both are.
Fucking weird, right?
Yeah, I can see into your soul, motherfucker. I'm just playing. I can, though.
I can see that some of you had a good night last night.
And welcome
Yeah.
to Two Dicks, One Couch. It's Dave and Justin.
Yeah, it's us.
We're back again.
We're back
We've had
again.
a fucking fun night last night. So
Yeah, we did.
We'll let Dave talk about it.
Dude, okay, so the thing that's crazy about last night, so at Mutt's Last Stand out here in Smithville, we have an open mic night every Thursday, and I was on stage just kind of singing some Johnny Utah songs, right?
Yeah.
It's the first time I've ever actually only just played Johnny Utah songs at open mic night. My band, by the way, is called Johnny Utah and the Bad Ideas. Usually I call it Utah songs, so if you guys ever hear me referring to it as Utah, that's what it is. It's my band, Johnny Utah and the Bad Ideas. It's a mouthful. But I'm on stage and somebody asked me a question, like, when's the next time they get to see us play? And I just kind of said, well, fuck, maybe Saturday.
Yeah.
I don't know. Like, stay tuned, right?
Yeah.
So this idea was hatched up Thursday night about, 9:15, right?
Yeah.
We put on a show last night with two bands and one comedian, and it went off very well. Like, it was good. We fucking filmed it, so you guys are gonna see that too. So
Yeah. Check it out. I feel like comedian kind of bombed out. I don't know, not so
No.
much bombed out.
Shut
But
up,
I
dude.
did. They were loud in the beginning. I got them to the whole bar to stop and be quiet for part of it, and then they went back to being loud. But I don't know. One of my buddies in there, he goes, dude, what you trying to do comedy for between two bands? That's stupid. Ain't nobody gonna listen. They're gonna be all hyped up for the first band, then they're gonna be all chatty. And I'm
They
like,
were
well,
pretty hyped, dude.
They were. So
They were
I
pretty
don't know.
hyped.
But I appreciate Johnny Sr.
Yeah.
That cat sat there and watched and laughed the whole time,
Yeah.
so I at least had one.
Yes. No, but it's like cool. Like the fact that we're able to kind of pull this together in basically 24 hours. We recorded the music like live, right? So actually set up microphones
live
all over the
streamed
stage. Recorded the audio. We filmed it. We live streamed it last night. And I sit back and think, like, is, Mutt's Last Stand and Last Drag Entertainment, like, for really being at the very beginning of it, to be able to have an idea and do the fucking thing in 24 hours, pretty cool, man.
Yeah.
It's DIY as fuck too, guys. Like, there's like this punk rock ethos that I kind of live my life by. It fits it sort of in there. Like, we just kind of said, fuck it. We got pulled together, did the thing. There was probably 30 people that showed up to watch.
Yeah.
It was a good
It
crowd.
was fun. They participated.
My voice is also fucked up today too.
Hell yeah.
That's all right. But it was a good time. That's what I guess that's what I'm getting at. Like, I thought it was pretty cool to do that last night.
Yeah. The Socially Corrupt was fun.
Morally corrupt.
Or Morally Corrupt, sorry.
Yeah, we got this song called Morally Corrupt.
Yeah.
It's a sing-along song.
It is.
And
And
if you-
everybody was doing it.
And if you like saying fuck really
Yeah.
loud, it's
Which
an
you
opportunity
do.
to do it.
That's the favorite.
Fuck!
Yeah. It's
You'll-
great.
Eventually you guys will hear it. Maybe one day I'll bring my guitar in and sing it for you.
Playing it live. He'll have to do it from the couch.
From the couch.
Oh, that's a good segment. Live from the couch.
Live from the couch, dude. Oh,
Dave.
shit.
And then one day I'll be there just.
No, fucking write that down, dude.
Oh.
And do that. I was trying to tell you, right?
He said write it down. Point at that shit. We got to capture shit as it happens, folks. And
Yeah.
you'll forget it. You get it. Y'all do
And
the
like
same.
both of us need to be better about it too. Like, I probably have
Yeah.
1.5 million bright ideas every day, but they all get just lost into outer space.
Well, that's what I always tell people, man. Like, my whole life, I've had people like, they'll see some shit, a lot of that infomercial shit on TV always. They're like, dude, I thought of that 2 years ago. I was like, yeah. I was like, you know the difference between your thought and his thought? It was the same thought, but he acted on it. I
Yeah.
mean, action, third dimension takes action. That's how you manifest shit. You take action. You think of
You
the
do.
idea, you do whatever, imagine whatever the fuck you want, but you got to start taking action or it won't come to fruition.
Well, and that's like what we did this weekend. How satisfying does it feel to know that, like, we'd say, hey, we're gonna fucking do it. And I told you right away, I'm like, dude, you're part, like, you want to introduce? And you're like, fuck yeah, let's do it.
Yeah. Well, the same way at last open mic night, you know, all day I've been in a funky mood for a couple days, and I was like, I don't even know what I'm gonna tell. I was like, I don't even feel fucking funny. You know, I was like, and then I was like, to me, I was like, that's that what's Rogan? That's that inner bitch part of your brain that he calls. That part that always talks you out, tells you, or gives you a reason to cop out, or do all this shit. And that's what my brain was doing. It's like, dude, you're not funny today. You don't feel it. You're good. And I was like, dude, you get your bitch ass up there. I was like, I don't give a fuck. You figure it out. I was like, you say you want to be funny and be a comedian just because you feel bad for the day. I was like, you don't feel good, not going to come to work. Get your ass up there and see what happens. And that was that day that, like, I ran it on the rules of crime shit.
Yeah.
And it went okay. It went, and I felt way better afterwards. And I was glad that I did.
Me too.
Even though I was talking myself out of it.
Dude, we were sitting outside having a safety meeting, and he's like, all he said was, Dave, this is what I want to do. Fuck this, I'm doing it tonight.
Yeah.
Like out of nowhere, like we weren't talking about.
Well, that's because in my head I was like, that inner bitch was still playing like devil, whatever it is. But I was like, nah, whoever that part of my brain is, need to just shut the fuck up. We're doing it.
Do you remember like when you used to have to hear voices in your head, like you were considered to be like insane?
Right.
Like I think I have a lot of voices in my head, I think.
Well, I mean, I don't know. Here's my argument. Everybody, there is a voice in your head that you can hear and shit. Now, whether it's different personalities and different voices, that may be different shit. Mm-hmm. But what was that I was telling you the other day that, man, had this theory that like multiple personalities and shit are just moods out of control. Because I was like, if I'm honest with myself, and my wife will attest to this, trust me, 3:30 to 9 in the morning, or 9:30 in the morning is my best part of the day. I'm happy, I'm chipper, I'm good. After then, I'm kind of tired of this shit, and I turn it a little different, Justin. And then by the ride home, especially if I get stuck in traffic, I'm a real that's the Justin I hate the worst. I guess the worn out, tired Justin. I don't know that part, because on the ride, I mean, I don't know, nothing like getting pissed off on I-5 and coming home, taking it out on your family, you know.
Dude.
Brittany's like, they'd be all happy, dude. Good energy in the air. Justin walk in and kill it. And you know, and then I feel like a piece of shit because I'm like, dude, that was wrong as fuck. Bring your bullshit home. You better leave it at work. Just like when I tell people at work, leave your home problems at home.
Dude, I forgot to tell you, like when we were talking about the other day, it reminded me of a song. Brittany, she knows Brand New. It's this band called Brand New, and there's a line in one of the songs where it says, I feel like a doll where its batteries ran out. Right, so every day, like you wake up, dude, battery's charged. By the end of the day, you're like a toy with a dead battery. Like the thing's just trying to be done for the day, and then there's this asshole kid fucking screaming at everybody because the battery died.
And then you need to plug in and charge, but your wife won't let you.
It is what it is.
Ah, you didn't like that one?
No, I do like that one.
Man. I got some bullshit for you.
Yeah, dude. I gotta download. Hey, Nicole, I gotta download some information for you.
And I used to have a T-shirt that had a cartoon drawing that had this on it. On the shirt, it had this, man, and I had an encounter with the police one day, and he actually thought it was funny, and I think that's why I got off. You know what I mean? He was like, "Oh, that's a funny shirt, kid." I'm like, "Yes, sir. It is a funny shirt." You know?
Don't do that again.
Yeah. All right, dude. I'm gonna tell you about this morning. Cause you know, Brittany's always. I was watching movies with my wife, and all the scary shit, you know, and you know that one, Stephen King's It with the clown, right?
Yeah.
Well, they got this series now called Welcome to Derry, and it's kind of supposed to be the origins of the clown.
Oh.
And it's been pretty good. I've actually enjoyed it because normally I don't like all her bullshit, but it's still, there were some funny scenes in it that okay, like there's this scene where this fucking grown-ass kid comes out of this woman, right? And they have the birth of this monster at the beginning. I'm not going to spoil it too much, but anywho, when she comes out of it, they had this whole interaction and shit, and this girl realizes she's still attached to the umbilical cord, and it starts pulling her back to it, you know what I mean? And I'm like, okay, in my mind, I'm like, so this shot they're about to show, is it gonna just be an umbilical cord up into an old hoo-ha? You know what I mean? Like, how are they gonna do this without it just being so pornographic, right? And what happened? No, what happened? What happened was this fucking, when it panned back, that motherfucker turned into like a piranha mouth and it grew teeth and shit. And I was like, whoa, you know. So this is what I started laughing so hard about, because in my brain, my boss used to have this joke, all right? And the joke is a little boy and a little girl are hanging out with each other, you know, and they're talking about private parts and discovering shit, and the little boy's talking about his stuff, and she's like, yeah, well, little girls don't have one of those. And he goes, yeah. He goes, my mama told me all about those. She goes, I need to stay away from them because they got teeth. And she goes, they ain't got no teeth. He goes, yeah, no, my mama said they got teeth. I need to stay away from them. They got teeth. She goes, you want me to show you? So the little girl jimmies her pants down and shows him a little bit. She goes, look, see, there ain't no teeth. The little boy looks at him and said, well, I should think not. You should look at the shape of them gums. So then when I seen that fucking monster with the goddamn teeth, you know what I mean? I was like, holy shit, there's one with real teeth. That's hilarious. But yeah, no, that shows me great. It had a scene, like, they do great clips, like, there's a lot of them where they start, like, they get sick for whatever, and they're like, and as soon as the next clip was they're in the high school cafeteria and it's just dumping applesauce in their tray for their serving. And I was like, I started laughing at that. I was like, oh, that's some funny shit. And they did another one. But Welcome to Dairy. It's fucking funny, man.
Dude, speaking of a show, I'm going to watch that because it actually sounds interesting. It sounds funny. Yeah. I want to watch it. But I told you about it, but it's called Suburgatory or Suburbatory, or I think it's Suburgatory. It's on Netflix. But, like, Rick and Morty, right? So you know the dad on Rick and Morty? Yeah, but the dad, exactly, right? Yeah. The dad, right?
Yeah,
so,
Jerry.
Jerry. So the same guy that voices Jerry is in
you did. Yeah, you used to tell me about it.
And it's crazy because I was just Suburgatory. Like purgatory, but suburb, like.
Alright. Sorry.
But like I wasn't really paying attention. I'm just kinda sitting there and I'm like, it's Rick and Morty, dude. And I look and it's him. And then as you watch the show, it's like watching Jerry in real life. It's the same character. And by the way, highly recommend this show. There's only 3 seasons of it, but it's really well made. It's on Netflix.
Netflix.
But dude, like it's stupid funny. Like my favorite character is like this deadpan blonde teenage girl, like completely monotone. And every time she ends a conversation, like she's very nice and very helpful, but she's also an asshole.
Yeah.
Right? So it's just like, yeah, you're welcome. I worked really hard on this. I'm like, oh my god, it's gonna be so great. It's gonna be such a good trip. Like, yeah, you have a big head, so I got you a bigger rental car. Like just shit like that. And you did like she had like no expression. Everybody in the room is just like, huh? And then she just turns around and walks away. Like dude, it's so good. I recommend it to everybody as well. You should watch it.
Jansen and my daughter Bella were arguing one time, and Bella's smart, so she'd grill on him and blah blah blah. And Jansen yelled back at her. He goes, "Well, you got the big brain, so why don't you figure it out?" Like, dude, you try to insult her, and that's not an insult. Your brain's big, you're smart, you do it. You know.
That's what I've been fucking telling you this whole time, idiot.
I'll tell you a better one, man. My favorite. One day we're at the kitchen table, right? And fucking Jansen and Bella are talking shit, because we all just sit down, me and Brittany on each end, and we'd have dinner together. Brittany, like, you know, she grew up traditional and shit, and so we're having dinner, and they're sitting there, yeah, and blah, 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 and Jansen threw like a piece of corn over at Bella. Yeah. So Bella scoops up a big old chunk of potatoes and does this shit. and I'm sitting there looking at him like, don't. And she does this shit. Then Jansen goes, sticks his face out there. As soon as he did that, my daughter said, blip, boom. And here's the funniest part, dude. It hit stuck like right here on his face. And those potatoes were fucking hot, bro. He goes, oh. And he wiped it off. And then he had like this big goddamn Gorbachev mark on his face. And I was looking at him and I was like, bro, I was like, you know Bella, you know, why would you provoke her? She's holding a loaded gun at your face and you stuck your face out there like, dare you? Like, I dare you. Shit.
If you're gonna be dumb, you gotta be tough though.
Yeah.
You learn that.
He is tough.
And you're probably watching it. He stuck his face out and you're like, fucking send it.
I was thinking about that the other day. I'm gonna work a bit on it, but I was like talking about
You
how
should
my
work
kid
a
and
bit
he's
on
tough.
it.
I was like, that little motherfucker, I was like, I don't know about y'all people. I was like, but I've been letting my kid do shit that can kill him since he was fucking like 11. It's like, I signed releases like if he dies, it's cool. You know what I mean?
Here's what you mean.
And he's hit on it. My kid has CTE since he's 11. That motherfucker used to land on the back of his fucking head every time.
Dude, here's what it is, right? Like, the bit will be about confidence, right?
Mm-hmm.
Versus consequence. You know what I mean? Like, he had the confidence in that moment, like, what?
Yeah.
Kapow!
Yeah, but you don't stick your face in the way of a gun, especially not when she's holding it.
Because that's like life lessons, like confidence versus consequences, right? Because sometimes confidence like leads to some serious consequences.
Shoot, I've been telling my daughter how to deal with males since she was little. When she was little bitty, man, we were partying at the house, you know what I mean? And she was so little she could like stand on the couch and be about head height with you. And I've been teaching her how to throw a real punch, you know, not that's just wow, you know, roll that bitch over them, you know what I mean? And she was little bitty though, and homeboy was drinking on the couch, and I'm like, dude, I was like, I taught that chick to punch. I was like, she already knows how to throat chop you, all that shit. And he goes, she can't throw no punch. I said, she can throw a punch. And he goes, Bella, throw a punch, man. Man, she buried it right in his fucking eyeball, and her fist was so little.
Oh.
Yeah, her fist was so little it missed the socket, so it just pushed his eye in.
Oh,
dude, I laughed so goddamn hard. I was like, I told you, mother.
Dude, you asked for it.
Yeah, so, yeah.
You asked for it.
I told you I told her how to punch. You know? Kids are sponges. They learn quick.
They do.
Dumbass.
Kids do learn quick.
Jesus.
Dude, tell.
Oh, yeah. I don't know. You asked me that a long time ago when we was going to talk about it, but we didn't have to.
What is it like to get on a bull?
Well, you had something like that, or we was talking about getting hurt.
Well, you think about it, right? Like, there's things that I want to do just purely because, like, jumping out of a fucking airplane. I want to jump out of a fucking airplane. I do. I know it's stupid. But we're talking about voices in her head, right? Like, I think I have two voices that are telling me to do stupid shit, and it forces me to be the voice of reason. You know what I mean? I think it's healthy. But I want to jump out of a plane, right? And, like, so when I sit there, like, those two voices in my head, they're like, I'll look at this fucking bull, and they'd be like, nah. Well, like, nobody inside the head is, like, into that. So what is it like the first time you got on a bull?
Yeah.
Like, what was going through your head?
Well, first time I even wanted to do it, I used to watch it on TV all the time, man, and I was intrigued by it, man. I loved cowboy shit, loved all that, and just watching TNN, Nashville Network, the Skeet Championship Rodeo, and I even got to go ride there. You know, took second one day on a Fu Manchu bull. It was cool.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I seen it, and I asked my stepdad, and we went out, and the first thing I ever got on, they were, I call them cutting steers. Brady Crumpler owns a damn ranch up there in North Texas, and they own a lot of cutting horses and stuff. So they got a lot of steers that they practice those horses on. They're big steers. I don't know, they're 600-800 pounds.
Jeez.
And so we ran up a couple of them, and I got on them, and I don't know, he took me through a little segment and shit, and those are a blur, really. I mean, you're so you so have no idea what to expect, man, and you think you do, you know, but actually the first 4 or 5 times you ride are kind of blurred till you can get time to slow down. And I got bucked off a lot. I didn't ride my first one till we went to Gary LaFew School, so it's probably the 7th time I got on. I finally rode one. And I got on one bull before that. They had a little black bull they brought up, man, and I got on him 2 or 3 times a week. And just get bucked off. And I'll tell you what's funny, like when I was a kid I really noticed it, but man, at HK sometimes they have these buck outs, and you have a lot of guys come out and I want to run a bull, all that shit. And there's a lot of these boys that are, you know, tough and mean and
Yeah.
don't fuck with me and I ain't scared of shit and blah blah blah. Yeah, that's my favorite one to watch get on, because when you run up a bull,
then they get scared.
Well, no, I've seen them. I've helped them get on. I'm just like, hey, bro, relax. If you relax, the bull will relax. I was like, they feed off your energy. If you're nervous, because really, if you're down there shaking, some bulls know they can just start hopping around and they'll jump off of them. Like when I always tell Jance, I was like, dude, when you drop down on him, he goes to jump and just keep your knees up, let him hop around till he settles out. Do not get off him, because then he may start fucking with you.
Yeah.
You know, and but I've seen these boys get on there. They were bad motherfuckers. Oh, I can fuck anybody up, and then they're sitting there doing this.
You know, they're mad.
And I'm like, well, they realize, you know, I don't know. I was like, I hope you realize, man, as tough as you thought you were, there's scarier shit out there. Because, and that's the thing I was making fun about putting Jansen on, like, since he's little. I was like, I really had to, like, I didn't force him to do anything. I was like, you got to want to do this thing. I'm not going to, you know, because I see a lot of parents, man, and sometimes the kids are bawling. They're like, shut up, get on. You know what I mean?
No, don't make them.
Yeah, they're all terrified. Like, at a certain point, I'm like, dude, you want to or you don't, but I'm not going to keep showing up if you don't.
I mean, I wouldn't want to put a kid.
Well, I put him in, when he was 11, I'll show you the pictures. We'll post it of him in front of that fighting bull. No, we had a little red bull, a big bull.
Yeah.
And you could go up and touch his head, and here he came. And if you just step around, because if when the bull comes at you, you can sidestep. They follow motion, so you can do this way, go that way. By the time they swing around, if you can get between their neck and their shoulder, there's a pocket. Yeah. You just need to move to stay in that pocket. Yeah. But so Jansen, I got pictures of him with that bull. He's got his hand on their head. He's 11 years old, and that bull's right up his ass. And he made rounds with him. But then one day he tripped, boom, boom, plowed that little motherfucker, speed bumped the shit out of him, and it fucking kind of hurt him, and he kind of got nervous. And then the next day, he tried to step this way and cut back, and that bull hit him behind the arm right here. It punched him with the horn. So I thought it broke his arm when I seen it, because I was right behind there. It lifted Jansen about that high off the ground, and he floated from here to that camera and still landed on his feet. But then he grabbed his arm, was like, oh. And after that, he didn't want to fight him no more. He just wanted to get on him.
Because that's like another part of it.
I don't blame him. I don't recommend it, but
and so everybody knows, like, these creatures are treated with respect. Like, these bulls are treated with respect.
Oh yeah, they're taking
These
if you don't believe me, go watch the videos of
these bucking horses are treated with respect.
Of,
like they're bucking
horses. Forgive me for forgetting the stock eye tracker, but a bull called Bruiser, man, he was a world champion bull several years in a row, and he lives better than you, I guarantee you. He has all the cows he wants to sire. He gets hand washed like a show calf. And
dude, there's
if you get on his back, you better hang the fuck on.
The road going to our house, so there's two ranches on either side of the road, and they both have these fucking minivan-sized bulls, dude. Like, and they just stand at the fence across the road and just yell at each other all day. I'm like, are they mad at each other? And the guy's like, no, dude, they're homies. They just stand there and talk. They like literally, they'll stand there. He's like, yeah, they'll stand there for hours and stare at each other and eat grass. But here's like another thing about bull riding, right? Like, I think when you, like, getting on the bull, like, there's probably like a massive adrenaline rush, right? When you're going through it, when you get bucked off the bull, does it spike again? Does your adrenaline spike once you hit the ground?
I think
then you gotta go.
I think what you're talking about, because that's why I like comedy so much, man. It's kind of like rodeo to me. There's a nervous excitement. I don't really get scared or per se. I mean, but you respect what you're fucking with.
Right.
You know, you can die, so don't take that for granted.
Yeah.
Like, if you ain't got 100% try in your heart, don't get on. That's what I say. If you ain't fully committed, then you're gonna get hurt. You're gonna get hurt anyways. But if you're not fully committed and willing to sacrifice your body, well, I don't know what to tell you. But I really did. I loved it, man. I fucking loved it.
Here's the thing I noticed, like, going to a lot of rodeos and, like, with Mia, because she was in, you know, Mia, she did barrel racing, so we're around that stuff. Like, the respect these people have for the animals, like, that's the part that, like the big takeaway for me from kind of like seeing it from behind the curtain a little bit. Like, there is a massive, like, unspoken respect for these creatures. Like, when you go to these rodeos,
no, they take care of them animals.
They
100%.
do,
and they don't. And everybody with the bull riding, if you're wondering, they think they put a rope. Everybody's like, they put a rope on their nuts. No, they don't. The way a bull's built is their balls hang here and they have their shaft coming down this way, and that flank goes between in front of the balls and on the shaft, just like it's
Like a
almost
belt.
Yeah, like a belt. It's like a top belt, and that's what they're trying to kick off.
So it's not their balls.
And
It's
the
their
only
dong.
dirty thing I've ever seen, as far as it was a dirty contractor though, man. So you got snakes in all places.
Yeah.
But the son bitch, he took one of them circle rings and it had about that much chain on there. So when he put the flank on, he would slide that around the bottom, and then when he cinched it up, there was a chain right there popping his. But I'm like, dude, you don't need to do that.
So you gotta think, like, if my
Even when you sort them, you don't need to hot shot them. A lot of
Dude.
times, once they know what that is, if you walk in sorting bulls in a pen and you want to get 3 out here in this, the more calm you are, all that hollering and shocking shit, stop it. You're just riling them up.
Yeah.
And once they know what a hot shot is, you can put it on the metal fence and just let them hear it. And I hate a motherfucker that just shocks the shit out of stuff for no goddamn reason.
Yeah, I hate that shit too, dude. It's uncalled for. But dude, I gotta say, like, if somebody like snuck up on me and fucking tied a really tight rope around me,
You'd start
and,
bucking
like,
too.
and like my dong was in between like my body and the rope, like I'd start kicking motherfuckers, dude.
Yeah, that's what they
I
do.
would find that person and I would literally hold their face like over a curb.
Well, that's what
Until
I
they
tell
untied me.
when Jansen was started riding, and they're scared, and I was trying to talk to him about fear and overcoming it, and like, you can be scared, still follow through if you really want to, you know what I mean? But I was like, hey Jay, you think you're scared? I was like, look at it from some of these bulls' perspective. I mean, you got a lot of seasoned rodeo bulls that get it by now, but when you're a young bull and you're coming in, these people will shock you with shit. They run you in a box. They put a rope on you. Someone climbs on your back. You don't know what you would be. I was like, it's more impressive that they act as good as they do.
You want to know, like, when we want to talk about treating animals like shit, though, like, I think horse racing they don't treat animals well. Like, we have a horse. Her name's Ollie. She used to be a thoroughbred, racing thoroughbred, right? Mm-hmm. But when she came to us, when she came to the people before she came to us, like, I mean, this horse was maybe 900 pounds, maybe. And this is an 18-hand thoroughbred. But she won money. She's a money-winning horse. But, like, she just quit producing, so they just kind of quit feeding her. It was fucked up,
It's
man.
like a lot of them, they break a leg, you're going to get
It's
shot.
a tough comeback from a horse, for a horse.
But yeah, I mean, but they could still, like,
But dude, just to
they
quit-
could fix their leg and then let someone, like I had me and Brittany, we had 3 horses in Washington. One of them you couldn't ride, couldn't do shit with. And he was a big old bastard too, but he was just an old yard dog, but he was fun to go wander.
The thing that I think is crazy about Ollie, right? Because I know that horses will just stand there and die. That's what they do. They'll stand there and
They'll
die.
eat too much and die.
Or they'll just stand there and die. Be done, right? Ollie didn't do that. I'll show you the pictures of her one day, and when you see this, like, it will hurt you when you see it. Like, how skinny she was. But, like, for whatever reason,
horrible. Look at it.
like, wait, no, like,
I'm fucking with
when you see this horse knowing that horses will just let themselves die and get it over with, she didn't. Why didn't she?
Because some horses got more spirit than others.
She does.
That's why some people pull through crazy shit. Some people just fucking lay down.
She's such a fucking beautiful horse. She's such a fucking kind spirit, right?
I think it depends on your determination of whether you still want to be around here or not.
Horses are magical, fucking powerful creatures. They're inspirational. I'm allergic to them like a motherfucker, but I still.
I know. I was thinking about that the other day because I when your mom was here, I pulled her to the side. I was like, dude, you got to roll on Dave about a bunch of shit, and so I can fuck with him on the podcast or whatever. And really, I was like, it's funny to me that what I learned is you actually grew up in the same setting, that the same shit I do. You had the horses, the ranch, but you were just so allergic. She's like, he really couldn't go out and fuck him up too bad. So I'm like, oh man, I was like, so his childhood was actually the same shit I was doing. So, but I was like, he couldn't go participate. So I mean, sure, you're inside, you bust that guitar.
Yeah, dude, I grew up around cowboys and I have throat tattoos now.
Yeah. I was like, it's impressive though. I was like, we really were around a lot of the same shit growing up. That's probably like, cause we're different by a minute, but
I will say, like, real cowboys.
he's my homeboy. Yeah.
Real cowboys are the greatest fucking humans you'll ever meet. Right? They'll take their shirt off their back for you. They'll move a fucking mountain for you at any point in time of the day.
Yeah.
and
you
expect
can
nothing in return.
well, you can go to these high school rodeos and shit.
Yeah.
And you can let these kids run around, and you ain't got to worry about a goddamn thing happening to them. Because there's one thing around there, man. If any of them kids get fucked with, there's going to be 100, parents coming hell coming down on you, man.
Yeah, and then when you see a lot of
Biker rallies are the same way, man. You think they wouldn't be, but man,
yeah.
the
Then you
ones
see-
I've been to, man, you could everybody was looking out for them kids if they were roaming. You know what I mean?
right.
And
Well,
if you
that-
fuck with them, you're gonna get fucked up.
Now you got these guys. They take on the persona of a cowboy, but they go down this road 70 miles per hour, blowing black smoke out the back of their truck, right? Listening to fucking Tyler Childers.
Jacked
No,
up
not
truck
Tyler
and-
Childers is too cool to involve in
Jacked
that.
up
Like,
trucks never been off road.
let's say Blake Shelton. That's a good one. I don't like Blake Shelton that much. Like, it's the kind of guy that listens to Blake Shelton with a cowboy hat, blasting diesel, the black smoke.
Well, that leads me to another point. Is like I always call it. I was like, men act like these dudes do this, or the Comic-Con guys are gay, blah blah blah. But really, man, in my mind, I was like, there's just tons of genre. Your cosplay genre is different. All you bikers wearing up leather, you ain't you ain't fucking bikers. All the bikers I know were pretty rough, man. And
Me too.
all the cowboys.
Me too.
All the cowboys. It's
Me
like
too.
there's cowboy cosplay, there's biker cosplay. But if you tell fucking bikers they're cosplay,
They
wow,
don't like that shit.
what the fuck you talking about? I'm gonna prove it. Yeah, go ahead.
Me and my buddies.
Go ahead, fatty. I'll out jog you. Jesus.
Got better cardio.
All right, folks. I think we're out of time. We love y'all. See y'all on the flip side. Dave and Justin out.
Two dicks, one couch.